MrBeast just joined the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft. So, yesterday, MrBeast was spotted on 2b2t. And if you guys know anything about 2b2t's history with YouTubers, you would know that 2b2t does not like YouTubers. So MrBeast, Chris, and Carl all joined 2b2t. And as soon as they joined the server, the entire server was in chaos. Everyone was up in arms, getting ready to fight off MrBeast. So as soon as people noticed that MrBeast was on the server, they instantly just started attacking MrBeast, and they killed him multiple times. And sometime during this entire chaos, the YouTuber DigMc was actually able to find MrBeast and get a signed book from MrBeast. And now, because of everything that just went down, that is probably going to be the only signed MrBeast book on the entire server. So whoever has that book probably has one of the coolest items on 2b2t. Now, if you guys were on 2b2t yesterday, you might have noticed that it was down for a couple hours. And this is because some of the players actually started up their lag machines. And yeah, that is an actual thing. Players on the server have the ability to lag out the server and just crash it anytime they want. Now, I myself am not completely sure how these work because I've never interacted with one, but I'm pretty sure what they do is they just fill a chunk with so much stuff, and then it ends up just lagging the server so nobody can actually play on it. And the reason why these players did it is because they did not want MrBeast making a video on 2b2t. If you guys don't know, back in 2016, the YouTuber The Camping Rusher joined 2b2t, and for most people this is actually how they found out about 2b2t, and it's the reason why 2b2t is one of the biggest Minecraft servers. But before this, it was kind of a small niche community that very few people actually knew about. And when Rusher made these videos on the server, it kind of destroyed the old community. The old community was pretty peaceful. They all had a way of living together on the server. And when these new people joined the server, they kind of ruined it for the older players. And these older players didn't like these new guys coming in, destroying their builds, and kind of destroying this community that these people had built for years. And that's when the YouTuber FitMc came in. He started a group of players called the Veterans, and these were the older 2b2t players. And together, they fought the group that they called the Rushers. These were the people that were Rushers fans. There's this entire war on 2b2t, and a lot of old monuments that the older players had built actually got destroyed. And then there's also huge controversy because Rusher made the Q server and kind of like bought a portion of 2b2t. It was this whole thing. Basically, the old 2b2t players do not like Rusher, and they do not like YouTubers because of this event. And ever since this happened, anytime a big YouTuber has joined, 2b2t has tried to kick them off the server so that they do not make any more videos and bring even more players to the server. So since 2016, a lot of YouTubers have been joining 2b2t, and every time a new YouTuber joins the server, there is a huge influx of new players. And when there's a bunch of new people trying to join the server, that actually fills up the Q server. If you guys don't know, 2b2t has a Q server where you have to wait for hours, sometimes days, just to join the server. And because of that, the owners of the server have made a priority queue. And basically, you can pay $20 every single month to be put at the front of that queue. And a lot of these older players that have been playing for years really don't like the queue system because they don't like having to pay to play this server. So that's why the players, anytime a new YouTuber joins, they either start wars with this person, they use exploits to like ban them off the server, they use lag machines, and sometimes they even hack these YouTubers. So of course, as soon as players had heard that MrBeast had joined the server and was making a video, they immediately started finding ways to kick him off the server. The player base was preparing for another war, and this time, if MrBeast had made his video on the server, this would have been the biggest war in 2b2t history and would have caused devastation to the entire server. MrBeast is probably the biggest YouTuber right now, and if he had joined 2b2t and made videos on it, there would have been so many people trying to join the server that I don't think anybody would actually be able to play. As it is right now, 2b2t can barely handle 1,000 people trying to join the server. And if MrBeast had made a video on the server, there could have been like 10,000 people trying to join the server. This would have been the most amount of players that had been exposed to the server. Now at this time, the entire server was in chaos. They were preparing for another Russia war. But luckily, FitMc stepped in and he told MrBeast's manager that he should not play on 2b2t. And as much as I think it would be cool and entertaining to see MrBeast on the server, this is a really good thing that Fit did. If MrBeast had joined the server, this could have completely destroyed the community that is playing on 2b2t right now. And MrBeast fans would have been exposed to a level of toxicity that they have never seen before. 1 year on 2b2t and I was hacked, I was doxxed, I was threatened, I was DDoSed, pretty much everything that you can think of. And most people cannot handle that level of toxicity. And now that I have experienced that, I know what to look out for. I know how to protect myself from that ever happening to me again. But MrBeast fans, they would have no idea where to start. They would not know how to protect themselves from this community of people. So now that I've been on both sides, I kind of understand where both sides are coming from. First of all, the YouTubers. I am a YouTuber myself, and 2b2t is such a good server to make content on. First of all, the server itself is interesting and has so much lore. There is not a single Minecraft server that has as much lore as 2b2t. And second of all, there is an audience there. There is a lot of people that want to consume 2b2t content. They've already been exposed to the 2b2t lore and they want to learn more. They want to see more. They want to see what this server is actually about. So really, it's a win-win for the viewers and the content creator. And I also understand the player's point of view. When a bunch of new people try and join the server, it fills up the queue. And that means these people can't play the server. And even when they buy priority queue, sometimes when there's a lot of players, they still have to wait for hours in this queue. And some of these people have been playing 2b2t for years. They've built up friends, they've built up communities, they've built up bases. They have worked hard for everything that they have done on the server. And when these new people join, they kind of disrespect everything that all the old players have done. And every time that these new players join, they destroy famous monuments. And these are monuments that the 2b2t player base has respected for years. Even the most notorious griefers have stayed away from these places and have not griefed them. Now, I think it's a little overboard, some of the methods that these people use to get people off the server. But I do understand why they don't like YouTubers and why they don't like new people joining the server. So it does kind of suck that MrBeast will not be playing on 2b2t, but at the end of the day, this is what's best for the server and for the 2b2t community. So yeah, these are just my thoughts on this entire situation. If you guys have enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. Also, I am uploading 2b2t videos on my second channel. If you guys haven't already, please go subscribe to my second channel.